Hey leaders, how's it going? It's Tuesday, which means that it's weekly email day. I'm excited to be back with you. Last week, myself and the student ministries team here, we were gone out of town to a youth ministry summit where we got to meet and hang out with folks that are doing student ministry both from around the country and around the world. And it was really encouraging to see and hear just their stories and their lives. The way that we as kind of one big family of folks who are seeking to connect with students and connect them to Christ, just what they were doing, it was really cool to see, and came back with lots of cool ideas and great stories, and just really a full heart, just being encouraged by them and by the folks there that were putting on the summit. So glad to be back with you. Got a lot of exciting things. First off, I've got some bad news and some good news. The bad news is we promised and we actually tried to get a video podcast of the big training a couple of weeks ago up and out to you. We did record that, but we got everything but the training. So unless you want to stare at an empty stage or people having lunch for an hour, that's not going to work out real well. So we are actually the good news is we're going to do a supplemental training on February 26th. That's the last Sunday of this month. We're going to do that from 9 to 10 in the foundation room on the second floor of the block. So same place where we do Collide Connect. If you were not able to make the training, the story training, and really it was a great ministry training event. If you're not able to make that, we are going to do that again, just the training piece of it, on February 26th from 9 to 10. And if you want to come back, if you were able to make that, and you want to come back just to get a refresher, totally fine. But that's going to be in the foundation room again, and just go ahead and pencil that in. I apologize. We try to use technology as best we can, and sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't. So that's the first big thing I have for you. The next thing is, one of the things we talked about when we kind of were establishing our vision, why we do what we do. We talked about, we believe that disciple making is the reproduction of life through relationships. And that we do that by creating opportunities for students in Jesus to bump into each other. We just happen to, when it's all said and done, call them a C group. Well, this past weekend in Collide Connect, we had some great ideas shared in regards to what do these opportunities look like? How do we create opportunities for people, for students in Jesus to bump into each other, especially in a C group setting? One of the ideas that were shared, and I want to pass this on to you, so hopefully you can use this, especially with the story being a tremendous resource, since we kind of know in advance what it is we're going to be teaching through, to give students, maybe you've recognized there's some students in your group that they're just clicking. This material is connecting with them. They really seem to be engaged. They're connecting with you. They're really starting to pop with this stuff. So being able to connect with those students, to call those students, to email those students, say, hey, listen, next week we're doing chapter 2 in the story. We're going to talk about chapter 2 in the story, and this is where I'm going with my teaching. This is what I've studied. I would love for you to read through the story of Abraham and Sarah. Maybe you can share some scriptures that really impact you and share that with the group. Set them up to be able to do that. You're giving them an imitatable form, just like we talked about in our training, an imitatable form of what this is supposed to look like. But then you're giving them the opportunity to lead out as well. That's going to create an opportunity for them to bump into you as their leader, but also to bump into Jesus as they study and as they prepare and as they get ready to share alongside of you. So you're essentially giving them the opportunity to co-lead some of this discussion. And then you can go right into that point guard discussion method of going, okay, this is what you heard this student share. What do you think? And let them share, and then pass the ball to someone else. So just wanted to give you that idea. That was something that we discussed this past weekend in Collide Connect. And I thought that was an awesome idea and an awesome way to create some of that momentum in your group, to create some of that that ability to co-lead and ability to connect with you as their leader. So I wanted to pass that on as something that you can do. I'm going to be out this week visiting homes, so I will be sending you an email, be looking for an email. I'm trying to get to 2 homes a night on Wednesday nights. And so in that email, there's going to be a handful of questions just for you to answer and think through before I get there, and then we can talk a little bit afterwards as well. So that's all I've got for you today. Again, big training we're going to redo the training. We're going to get a supplemental training on February 26th, the last Sunday of this month, from 9 to 10. in the foundation room. And then this week, as you prepare the story, as you begin to look out and notice the students that are clicking, that are popping, that really seem to be engaging this stuff, hand them the ball, give them the opportunity to help co-lead some of this discussion. Again, creating those opportunities for them to bump into Jesus, and maybe other students to bump into Jesus by hearing them teach alongside of you. So that's all I've got for you today. Hope you're having a great Valentine's Day. Any questions, anything, any thoughts, any ideas you have, my door is always open. My phone's always on. I would love to chat with you. Again, pray for you every day. Love you. Thank you. Have a great, awesome week.